Tonight, we report on how the Soap Lake Fire Chief was placed on administrative leave, and businessmen in Grant County that received their licenses to sell recreational marijuana. What's going on in sports, Bob?
The Mariners beat the Twins last night, and the Wenatchee Apple Sox pull out a come-from-behind win on the road. Here's a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everybody, dry and hot conditions dominate across the entire region. I'll let you know until when we can expect this intense heat to dominate across the area.
I'm Alan Troop. Stay tuned for all of this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Soap Lake's fire chief was placed on administrative leave last Thursday as city officials worked to find a replacement. Chief Brandon Hood was hired in December to head the volunteer fire department after Fire Chief Deborah Bowen resigned due to health reasons. Bowen followed former Fire Chief Dan Shields, who was terminated in July. Mayor Raymond Gravel said Hood was placed on administrative leave on July 3rd because the city is auditing the fire department and the fire chief plans to move out of state. He said the administrative leave is just a formality for the transition. The mayor declined to provide any details about the audit. A Quincy teenager was hurt when she crashed her car late Sunday night on State Route 2 about a mile east of East Wenatchee. Priscilla Medina Dominguez, an 18-year-old Quincy resident, was driving a white 2000 Nissan Xterra west when the vehicle left the highway to the right, rolled sideways, and came to rest on its side. According to the Washington State Patrol, Medina Dominguez was injured and taken to Confluence Health in Wenatchee. She was issued a ticket for driving a car with its wheels off the road. Today marks the first day where pot can be legally sold for recreational use here in Washington State. Several businesses in Grant County were granted a license to sell. Reporter Jeff Chu gives us an update on the businesses.
The state has granted a license allowing an Ephrata businessman to sell marijuana, but he has no product to sell. Rick Reimers, owner of High Time Station at 1448 Basin Street Northwest in Ephrata, was one of the first wave of 24 recreational marijuana retail licenses granted Monday across the state. Reimers said Monday afternoon that he was ready to open a week ago. So far, he is the only pot shop owner ready to open in Grant County. 2 other Moses Lake pot shops drawn in the Washington State Liquor Control Board lottery of 5 businesses considered await licenses and are not yet ready to open. The Green Seed, owned by Amy DeLuigi at 8420 ASPI Boulevard, and Mary Jane's, owned by Rick Padilla at 801 North Stratford Road, are still under construction. The Green Seed's owner said she hopes to open her shop in the new strip mall in a month.
Since I was 16 years old, I've been completely compassionate about the medical industry. I think I gave my first report to my high school as a senior on the medical aspects and 200 benefits of marijuana and the industry.
DeLuigi expressed some concerns about the marijuana supply shortage, but believes it will correct itself over time.
We're going to have approximately 200 strains to offer this community, and I do see the struggle, but I don't think that it'll affect us. Even if we're affected, it's just as simple as supply and demand. I think the most problematic thing that we're facing in the beginning is that growers understand that we're at a shortage, so they're taking advantage of that. They're charging high prices, which almost makes it nearly impossible to wash out the black market.
Mary Jane's owner Padilla said he has a permit to remodel the former Eddie's restaurant building for his pot store. He still has to go before the Moses Lake Council for a change of use permit. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Thank you, Jeff. A national small business organization recognized State Senator Janaea Holmquist's work in the state legislature. The National Federation of Independent Business awarded Holmquist with the title of Outstanding Legislator. She was one of 2 legislators to receive the title for the session. It's the second time Holmquist has received the award. The Federation gives the award to legislators who were a principal player or sponsor of a bill the Federation considers a priority for small businesses. Now let's take a look at people currently being sought out by the Grant County Sheriff's Office.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back after a short break.
Looking for one great place to buy a car? From work-ready fleet vehicles to fuel-efficient hybrids, Barry's 3 locations can provide them all. We're Central Washington's #1 Chrysler dealer, with the longest-lasting dealership in Central Washington. We have a ton of great cars to choose from. You've been checking them out, right? Call, click, or stop on by. 754-2411 or barrysaves.com. We're Barry's, and we're one great place to buy a car.
I'm Gary Brock with Envoy Mortgage and Ephrata. It is important that you know that my purpose is for you to be so outrageously happy with the help I can give you that you will gladly introduce 2 people to me before we even close your loan. Not because you feel obligated, but because you know your friends will benefit. Please call me at 509-754-3099 or go to our website at nodramahomeloans.com. Envoy Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Loan officer license number 109256. Envoy Mortgage license number 6666.
Hello everybody, good to be with you. I'm Ceci Gutierrez with your local weather report from the One News Weather Center, brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer, Toyota. Let's go places. Let's begin with a quick look at your headlines. The first legitimate summer heat wave across the area. Quiet conditions overnight tonight, dry air, and the heat continues through the weekend, into the weekend, and possibly the beginning of next work week. Overall, for the next couple of days, 90s across the board with some lower hundreds. And we'll be seeing those lower hundreds as we head into Friday, the weekend, and the first part of next week. Temperatures maxed out across Ephrata around the upper 90s to low upper 60s. The normal high and low should be upper 80s, upper 50s respectively. Sunset 8:55 this evening. Now across Moses Lake, the high registering in the upper 90s as well. Lower 60s, the low, and sunset 8:54. Conditions right outside your door with a range between the mid to upper 90s with mostly sunny skies and that wind very light out of the south at around 6 miles per hour. We notice some patches of some scattered shower activity along northern portions of the Idaho Panhandle, basically inland northwest, and to the coastline. Some scattered showers cannot be ruled out, but overall dry conditions dominating much of the area. Some cloud cover to the south, and notice as the overnight hours progress, we notice some of the cloud cover creeping into our immediate region and also much of our state. But then as we head into this Wednesday morning, we'll notice skies will be clearing up considerably, and that cloud will be entering inland northwest, bringing with it a bit of an unsettled scenario with some showers. Thursday, a cold front promising to push through the area, bringing a slight drop in temperatures, but not enough to bring enough relief to the area. Now, as we head into this Wednesday afternoon, partly to mostly clear skies, mostly sunny mid-70s for Bellingham, and across Ponderay in the mid-90s with partly to mostly cloudy skies. Tri-Cities area, similar scenario with readings in the upper 90s. Let's zoom in and take a closer look across the basin for this Wednesday afternoon. Notice these temperatures flirting with that 100-degree mark across much of the region from Wilson Creek to Moses Lake and across northern portions of the area in the upper 90s. Here's a quick look at the extended forecast. These hot temperatures expected to continue. The summer heat promising to remain turned on during the next few days, and it will only intensify for the weekend. A segment brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer, Toyota. Let's go places. We'll be right back with sports.
Toyota wants to know, how did you celebrate summer?
We go fishing. We like to hike.
We love camping, mountain biking, as often as possible.
No matter the activity, there's a Toyota perfect to take you there. From that favorite fishing spot, camping area, or just a great summer drive, including RAV4, now offered with reduced APR financing or an amazing lease. For details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today and enjoy your summer to the fullest. Toyota, let's go places.
One of the best things about summertime is the chance to create great memories with loved ones. That usually means road trips, swimming, picnics, and more. Free summer movies at the Lee is part of the tradition. And we at the iFIBER Collision Center are proud to support this great activity in our community. We hope your summer will be safe, fun, and memorable.
Welcome back. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick with today's sports. The Mariners took Game 1 of a 4-game series with the Twins at Safeco Field last night. Hisashi Iwakuma struck out a season-high 10 in 7 strong innings on the hill. Mike Zunino and Michael Saunders hit solo home runs, and Seattle shut out Minnesota 2-0 Monday. Iwakuma has not allowed an earned run to the Twins in 5 career starts, which spans 33 2/3 innings. After allowing a combined 10 runs in 2 consecutive starts to close out June, Iwakuma has given up just 1 in his 2 outings in July. Fernando Rodney pitched the 9th for his American League leading 26th save in 28 chances. Kevin Correa was tagged with the loss despite allowing 5 hits in 7 innings. It was the 4th time in the last 5 starts that the right-hander has left the game with no run support, and the 6th time this season the Twins have not been able to score a run for him. Mariners third baseman Kyle Seager has been selected to replace Toronto first baseman Edwin Encarnacion on the American League's roster for next week's All-Star game. The first-time All-Star entered Monday's game with the Twins with a .274 average, 13 homers, 59 RBIs, and 21 doubles. The Wenatchee Apple Sox picked up a 5-3 come-from-behind road win against the Kelowna Falcons Sunday. Kelowna led 2-0 after 2 innings of play. Wenatchee brought 4 runners across the dish in the top of the 3rd and added 1 in the 4th to go up top 5-2. The Falcons got 1 back in the home half of the 5th to round out the scoring for the game. Drew Rasmussen gave up 3 runs off 5 hits, walked 3 batters, and struck out 6 in 5 innings on the bump to record the win. A.J. Alcantara and Evan Castellato had 2 hits each. Wenatchee, at 15-12 on the season, is back on the diamond for a 3-game homestand with Walla Walla beginning Thursday. DeAndre Yedlin has rejoined the Seattle Sounders amid reports that a move to Europe is on the horizon following his impressive performance for the United States in the World Cup. Yedlin took part in training Monday and is expected to be available for both Seattle matches this weekend against rival Portland. First in the U.S. Open Cup on Wednesday, and then in the MLS Plays Sunday. Yedlin would not comment directly on reports coming from Italy about a pending deal that would see the 20-year-old defender move to AS Roma in 2015 after completing this season with Seattle. Yedlin said he's letting his representatives handle any discussions on the matter. Well, that's it for sports. We'll be right back after this.
It's not about insurance. It's about assurance. Assurance is a pledge, a guarantee. It's security and confidence. It's inspiring. Your peace of mind is our passion. Bring us your questions, bring us your concerns. We'll give you assurance. At the office of Dr. Brian Jacobson, we offer state-of-the-art dental care, including general and cosmetic dentistry, same-day crowns, and dentures. Do you or someone you love frequently wake up tired? Has there been snoring? Are you not happy with the CPAP machine? Well, call us today. There's a good chance we can help with that too. Whatever you need, you will enjoy your experience at the office of Dr. Brian Jacobson. Call us today for an appointment with the most comfortable dental visit of your life.
Our spotlight story tonight is about Soap Lake's annual Smokium Days. Reporter Lexi Perry has the details of this year's celebration.
In conjunction with the 4th of July, Soap Lake celebrated its annual Smokeyam Days this weekend. Mayor of Soap Lake, Raymond Gravel, explained to our own Cody Johnson a little history about the festival.
My understanding in the 8 years that I've been here, the lore about when this started was at least 50 years ago, when they had the Suds and Sun big event and the powwow. It was all tied together. That's why it was called Smokeyam Days, more than just one day like it is now with the parade.
Yeah. People lined both sides of the streets to watch the parade that began around 11 a.m. Even though the main road is undergoing construction, the parade still ran its usual route.
Our main street's all messed up here. We've got $1.2 million renovation going on. The parade organizer said, hey, let's take it down the torn up street, no problem, and we made it work.
Mayor Gravel shared with us the plans behind all this construction that Soap Lake is undergoing.
Well, our whole project, downtown project, we're going to have new surface streets. We're going to have wider sidewalks with pedestrian amenities. We're going to be the first community in Grant County that has LED lighting on our streets. We're very proud of that. The steering committee's been planning this for over 2.5 years. We've got the funding in place, nearly $2 million. This is going to turn this town around like nobody's business.
Are you ready for the growth when people start moving here?
Bring it on. Bring it on. We're ready.
Another big part of the Smokeyam Days celebration is the salmon feed at Notaris Lodge Gardens. The salmon was brought in from Pike's Place Market in Seattle. It was smoked and served along some ribs, beans, and corn on the cob from 1 to 7 p.m. Many also took advantage of the lake's healing properties by lathering themselves in the mud and basking in the sun.
But the healing properties are famous. People with eczema and psoriasis, skin conditions, come to the lake. They love to take the sunshine, cover themselves in the mud. You go down there, you'll see people on the beach with covered in black mud. After it dries, it turns gray. They wash them off, feel great.
Reporting for iFIBER 1 News, I'm Lexi Perry.
We'll be right back after this.
The biggest decision most people make in their lifetime is the decision to buy or sell real estate. United Country has hundreds of real estate offices all over North America, and the United Country team is highly trained to provide a professional service to you and assist you with all your real estate needs. Whether it's the brush country of South Texas or the mountains of Montana, United Country is looking forward to helping you find your freedom.
Hi, I'm Donnie with Verizon Wireless Cellular Plus in Ephrata. Did you know that we offer home phone and home internet solutions? You don't need to pay for a home phone that you rarely use anymore. We have low-cost alternatives that will save you money and allow you to keep your home phone number. Get unlimited talk time, keep your phone number, and keep some extra change in your pocket. Come see me and all the experts at Verizon Wireless Cellular Plus and find out about all our home phone and internet solutions. 1115 East Basin Street, across from Safeway in Ephrata.
A U.S. Supreme Court decision affected the outcome for a woman accused of causing a collision on Interstate 90 when she was drunk. Amber Mitchell, a 23-year-old Moses Lake woman, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to vehicular assault and was sentenced to 3 months in jail and 3 months of home detention. Prosecutor Angus Lee said the decision to drop a charge of DUI came after a U.S. Supreme Court ruling concerning an involuntary blood alcohol test in Missouri. The ruling stated police may need to get a warrant before getting a blood sample. Lee said they were concerned an appeal would cause a trial without the ability to use a blood alcohol test drawn while she was unconscious. It showed Mitchell was driving with a .27 blood alcohol level. In July 2012, Mitchell hit an open door on North Frontage Road and fled by driving the wrong way on I-90. She struck another vehicle. The other driver suffered a torn rotator cuff. In Northwest news, police are searching for a 17-year-old who they believe may be a victim of human trafficking. Wayne Haverly talks about Angie Dean's family.
And we've put her picture all over the internet. We've done thousands of flyers.
Angie Dean's family can't believe no one has seen the 17-year-old since she vanished from her Camas home on June 23rd while her mom was watching a movie.
It scares the bejesus out of me because she didn't run off on her own.
Just hours before she vanished, a neighbor spotted Angie getting out of a car filled with people in front of her house. It's described as a light blue, older model Volvo. The driver was a black male with a goatee, between 25 and 35.
It rings no bells for us.
After speaking with law enforcement and the detective on the case, that we may be dealing in a human trafficking situation here.
Michelle Bard is president of the National Women's Coalition Against Violence and Exploitation. She's now working with the family and detectives on this troubling case.
She left her wallet, her ID, her bank card, her school card. They're still in the case.
In her room, she left her glasses, clothes, everything. She also sent her boyfriend this text just days before disappearing, telling him she'd gotten into something bad and someone was threatening to kill him and her family. Her boyfriend is cooperating with detectives. Authorities also discovered a cell phone that Angie's parents did not know she had. They're now analyzing it for clues.
Somehow or another, she was communicating with the people that wanted her out of this house and to utilize her for whatever their agenda is.
We're scared to death of what could be going on. You know, she's only 17. And there's a lot of really bad people out there.
Wayne Haverly, KGW News Channel 8.
The surviving pilot of the deadly mid-air collision involving two small private planes is an aviation professor at Central Washington University. Authorities say 52-year-old Amy Hoover of Ellensburg landed her plane in a grassy area after the Monday morning collision about 30 miles east of Cascade, Idaho. The other plane crashed and caused a small fire. Hoover was taken by air ambulance to a McCall hospital where she was treated and released. She is chair of the university's aviation department and owner of Canyon Flying, a backcountry flying company. Hoover was flying alone, as was the pilot of the other plane, who died following the collision several miles from a backcountry airstrip. The Valley County coroner has recovered the body but has not released a name. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating. Roller coaster riders at Six Flags Magic Mountain in California got a scarier ride than they anticipated yesterday. Fire officials say about 30 people were stuck at about 20 feet off the ground at an angle. It happened on the Ninja, a suspended swinging roller coaster, hit a tree branch. Firefighters wearing harnesses were removing passengers one by one. They say 4 people received minor injuries. And that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.